Hey y'all, so I'm still trying to find a comfortable way in starting my YouTube videos because like I said in my first one, I don't want to start with the so as you can read by the title, it's going to be an eyebrow tutorial, a long awaited video. I had to build up the confidence into filming this video because when I first started makeup, my eyebrows were not presentable. And I'm mad that people used to really compliment them because I felt like they were making fun of me and I don't appreciate it. I'ma just say that. I'm going to film this eyebrow tutorial for y'all. It's probably going to be really in-depth and I'm not going to be able to zoom in because I film on my phone. I'm sorry. And if you really want to learn how to do your eyebrows, watch the next clip. When I first started doing my eyebrows, I used to use an eyebrow pencil. I don't use an eyebrow pencil. I use eyebrow pomade because I feel like I don't have to go back with an eyebrow pencil and fill in my eyebrows. I used to have to write really hard on my face and I get red easily, so it would look bad because the redness would show through the concealer that I used, and it was all bad. The pomade that I use, yeah, it's expensive. My setting spray and my eyebrow pomade are probably the two most expensive things I own when it comes to makeup, minus my palette. The eyebrow pomade I use is the Morphe eyebrow pomade. I use it in dark brown. I used to use black. It might look black, but it's really just dark brown, or the name on it is chocolate mousse. It's basically dark brown, let's just say that. If you are more on the brown skin side, like me, I suggest you use dark brown because if you use black, it's gonna make your eyebrows look thick. That's where I went wrong. I use an e.l.f. eyebrow duo spoolie eyebrow brush. I'm gonna face this way this whole time because I feel like it's a tutorial and you're gonna be able to need to see. So I have a hand mirror, so if I look down, I'm looking at my hand mirror. So what I do first is I brush up my eyebrow hairs. It's always important to brush your hairs because it's what gives that fine, I feel like, in my opinion, it gives that fine gradient look for your eyebrows. So I'm going to dip into my eyebrow pomade. I don't dip a lot because Morphe's eyebrow cream is very what's the word I'm looking for? The consistency is very thick. So I don't want my eyebrows to be dark. I just want you to be able to tell that I did my eyebrows, basically. First thing you do, well, the first thing I do is I underline the under my brow, and I don't touch the front of my brow until I get done underlining. Like that. Oh, it's kind of, I don't like getting close to the camera. Now this is the part where I'm gonna go in the front of my eyebrow. Now when I go in the front of my eyebrow, I use a very light hand. I do not use a heavy hand because if you use a heavy hand, it's not gonna give this effect, the blend in effect. It's gonna give you block eyebrows, and I'm pretty sure you do not want that. So watch how light I make the front of my eyebrow. It might not look light on camera, but trust me, that baby light. Next, I outline the top of my eyebrow. I do the same thing like when I underline my eyebrow. I do not touch the front of my brow. I save that for last because you have to use a really light hand when you go towards the front of your eyebrow. Now sometimes I'm gonna put my face really close to the camera. This is gonna be very cringy when I go back and edit this, but look, you see that? I don't like that. I feel it shows in pictures. So what I'm about to do is take a little bit more of eyebrow pomade and darken it just a little bit, but make sure you stay in between the lines and don't go outside of the line, because that's just going to be more cleanup for you to do when you take the concealer and outline your eyebrows. Now I'm gonna take a very light hand and go in front of my eyebrows. Now that my eyebrow looks like this, you do not walk out the house like this. This is bad. What you do is you take the spoolie part of your brush and you brush into your brow. This is what I do. I literally brush into my brow to blend out the lines for the front of my brow. Okay, so after I go in blending with my spoolie, I take this big flat spot concealer brush and I outline under my brow slowly, because for a person who used to have caterpillar eyebrows, I really like to take my time when doing my eyebrows now, because when I look back, I realized I used to do them really fast. So now I take my time and I really be careful, especially using a big flat brush like this. And the only reason why I use a big flat brush like this is because my arch, I feel like a brush like this will not get that. So just take your time and really use like a flat brush, a smaller one if you can find one. I couldn't find a smaller one with the amount of time I had. So just take a flat concealer brush and you're gonna outline under your eyebrow. Okay, now that I finished the outline, I'm gonna move in closer just so you can see how precise and like why I move slow. You see that? That's what you need. So after I underline my eyebrow with concealer, I take my brush and I push the concealer down like as far from my eyebrow as I can, because for me it's easier for me to blend out and I won't mess up my eyebrow. And just a little hack, I connect, to make sure your eyebrows are aligned, I connect the concealer from the other brow just to make sure they align. Next, I'll go in with a Real Technique brush. It's the Dulex crease brush. I'll use that to blend out the concealer under my eyebrow. I used to go in with the beauty blender, but the reason why I don't do that no more is because I used to mess up my eyebrow a lot, and then now I have to go back in with the eyebrow pencil and redo my eyebrow, but that would make it darker, which is another reason why my eyebrows will come out really, really thick, and I didn't like that. So once I found how good a brush does, I never went back. I'm gonna show you how I do it. I'm gonna move just a little closer just to help out. So I go down, I'm looking in my mirror. I will literally go like this. Now this concealer dries quickly, but I will blend out as best as I can. Just like that. See? Next, I will take a Morphe angle brush. I think this is, yeah, this is an M165 brush. And I take a little bit of my foundation. I use the foundation cap and I get foundation from there. I dip a little bit because foundation is not, this is a fun fact, foundation is not as thick as concealer, so it's very movable because it's supposed to cover your whole face and it's supposed to be easier to blend out. So I try to get the littlest amount I can and I outline over my eyebrow. When you take pictures, if you use your concealer to outline the top of your eyebrow, I noticed, well for me, I noticed that you can see that outline, and I don't like that. So I started using my foundation and it doesn't do that anymore. So I'm going to get close again. I probably should have did this before, but I'm going to get close again so you can see. I'm going to outline the top of my brow. I'm going to do it slowly just because I'm using foundation this time and it's a little bit trickier. Okay, now I'm gonna scoot up close. I used my foundation and I did the top of my brow. So now I'm gonna go back in with this brush, my little Dulex crease brush, and I'm gonna blend out carefully because you do not want the foundation to get in your eyebrow. I'm gonna blend out the top. And I blend in the middle because you don't want a unibrow, just in case you blend it too closely with the brows. Okay, so these are my brows up close. I know it looks a little stupid, but this is literally how I do my brows. I probably should have said this before, but if you pay close attention, when I was outlining my brows, I would move with the brush. I didn't move the brush unless I was underlining my brow. But when I outline the top of my brow, I will move with the brush because it's just easier for me. And I'm very clumsy, so I will want to not mess up my eyebrow as least as possible. I'm going to finish the rest of my makeup and I'm going to come back and do my outro and say goodbye. Okay, now that I'm back and I finished my makeup, I really hope that eyebrow tutorial was really in-depth and deep. so you guys could understand, because I know what it feels like to have messed up eyebrows and I've been bullied for it. So I just really wanted to help. Like I said in my first video, this makeup channel is to help you guys get better at makeup and to be fun and creative and give y'all looks. I know my makeup is a little extravagant and colorful right now. This is a look that will be uploaded on my makeup page. If you want to follow it, it's going to be in the description box below, and I'm gonna put it somewhere on the screen. Also, you can follow my personal page, my Twitter, and my TikTok, which I'm also using for makeup. I thank you for all the support for my first video. It really surprised me because I didn't know people really cared, or I didn't know that many people really liked my makeup and were actually excited for me to start this channel. So also that really warmed my heart and kind of almost made me cry. I'm sensitive, so yeah. But I thank you guys a lot. Also, before I go, if you want a tutorial on this look, I remembered how I did it. I can also give that could be another video that I'm gonna push out. I thank you for watching. I'm glad people like watching me and watching my videos. I see y'all in the next video.